If you want to rise above the 97% and build real wealth and success, you have to make some crucial decisions. And I'm not just talking about what you want to do for a living or what goals you want to set. I'm talking about how you choose to live your life day in and day out. The choices you make today determine whether you'll be one of the few who make it, or if you'll remain stuck in the cycle of mediocrity, surrounded by people who are just going through the motions. You see, the 97% aren't born into their circumstances. They don't have some secret advantage that the rest of us don't have. They've simply made certain choices, and they've repeated them every single day until that's just who they are. And the way they live, it's not just about what they do, it's how they think. It's the habits they build, the things they avoid, and how they show up for their life. If you're going to be one of the 3% who rise above the 97%, you need to start by deciding right now today that you will not live like the other 97. This isn't just about wanting more or wishing things would change. This is about a commitment, a decision to live differently, to think differently, to act differently. And that decision, my friend, has to be made before anything else. It's the foundation for everything that comes after. The key to breaking free from the 97% is understanding that this isn't something that happens overnight. It's not about a single event or a big win. It's about consistently making the right choices, no matter how small they seem in the moment. Every day, you need to make a decision. Are you going to take the easy route, or are you going to push yourself to rise above? Are you going to settle for what's comfortable, or are you going to challenge yourself to grow? Because here's the thing, the majority of people, the 97%, they choose comfort. They choose what's easy. They let fear, doubt, and uncertainty dictate their actions. But the 3%, they choose growth, they choose discomfort. They choose to face their fears and keep moving forward, no matter how tough it gets. You don't have to be perfect to be in the 3%, but you do have to be relentless. You have to have a mindset that says, I will not settle. I will not let fear or laziness or the opinions of others hold me back. When you make that decision, everything changes. You start building the habits that set you apart. You start thinking in long time frames, understanding that success is the result of consistent effort over time. You invest in yourself first, knowing that your growth and development are the best investments you can make. And you execute relentlessly day in and day out without needing to broadcast every move you make. The path to success isn't always glamorous, and it's not always easy. But if you're willing to rise above the 97%, you'll see the rewards. You'll experience the kind of success that most people can only dream of. Dream of. It's all about making that decision and sticking with it. The moment you decide that you will not live like the 97%, you're already on the path to something greater. So ask yourself, are you ready to make that decision? Are you ready to break free from the chains of mediocrity and step into a life of success and wealth? It all starts with a choice to rise above, a choice to build a future that's better than anything you've ever imagined. The question isn't whether you can do it. The question is, will you? Because the life you want is waiting for you on the other side of that decision. Make it today and watch your future unfold in ways you never thought possible. Once you've made the decision to rise above the 97%, it's time to start building the habits that set you apart. It's easy to follow the crowd, to fall into the rhythm of mediocrity. But if you want to stand out, you've got to do what most people won't do. You've got to develop the habits that the 97% avoid because, let's face it, those habits are the foundation of success. Start with discipline. Discipline isn't about willpower in the moment. It's about what you do consistently, even when no one is watching. It's the small decisions that add up over time. What you choose to read, what you choose to eat, how you spend your time, these things compound. 97% may not think much about it, but those of us who are committed to success understand that every choice matters. Every single action either pulls you closer to your goals or drags you further away. And it's not just about doing more, it's about doing the right things. The 97% waste time. They stay busy with distractions, with the things that feel good in the moment but led nowhere. They scroll through social media. They watch mindless TV. They make excuses. But if you're committed to rising above, you can't afford that luxury. Every moment counts. That's why your habits must be intentional. When you wake up, you don't hit snooze. You get up and go. When you're tired, you keep going. When things get tough, you push through. The 97%, they don't think ahead, they don't set long-term goals, and they don't work with intention. They react to life instead of designing it. But the 3%, they understand that success doesn't just happen. It's something you must build piece by piece, day by day. They plan for their future and make choices that align with that vision. It's easy to get caught up in the daily grind, but true success comes from taking a step back and thinking about where you want to be a year, 5 years, even 10 years from now. Next, there's a critical habit that the 97% neglect: learning. You have to commit to lifelong learning. Most people stop growing the moment they leave school. But in reality, the most successful individuals are the ones who never stop learning. They read books, they take courses, they seek mentors. They understand that knowledge is power, and that growth comes from continually pushing the boundaries of what you know. If you're going to rise above the 97%, you've got to be a student of life. You've got to invest in yourself every day, whether it's through reading, listening to podcasts, or seeking out people who know more than you. The moment you stop learning, you stop growing. And if you stop growing, you stop moving forward. These habits, the discipline, the planning, the learning, will make you stand out. They'll push you into the 3%, the group of people who are willing to do what others won't. But it doesn't stop there. You need to understand that success isn't built overnight. It's built in the long term. This leads to the next principle, thinking in long time frames. The 97% are always in a hurry. They want immediate results, instant gratification. They want to feel good right now, even if it means sacrificing their future. But the 3%, they think long term. They understand that success doesn't come instantly. It's a marathon, not a sprint. When you focus on the long term, you're less likely to be swayed by short-term setbacks. You don't get discouraged when things don't go as planned. Instead, you focus on the bigger picture. The key to this is patience. You have to develop the ability to delay gratification. When you focus on long-term success, you stop living for the moment. You make sacrifices today to ensure a better tomorrow. Long-term thinking also means setting big goals and working towards them every day. It's easy to get distracted by the small stuff. People will always tell you what you should be doing, what you should be focused on. But the 3% know that they can't be distracted by short-term trends or fleeting opportunities. They stay focused on their big vision, and they work steadily, relentlessly toward that vision, no matter how long it takes. Success isn't about rushing. It's about consistency. It's about making progress, even when it's slow. It's about understanding that the journey itself is just as important as the destination. And when you adopt this mindset, you'll find that your results start to compound in ways you never imagined. The next step is to invest in yourself before you invest anywhere else. This is a game changer because most people want to invest in stocks, real estate, or business opportunities before they've even invested in their own personal growth. But you can't pour from an empty cup. If you don't have the knowledge, the skills, or the mindset to handle success, you won't be able to sustain it when it comes. Investing in yourself means prioritizing your education, your health, your mindset, and your skills. So, if you're not taking care of your body, if you're not continually upgrading your knowledge, if you're not developing the mindset necessary to handle challenges, then you're setting yourself up for failure. The 3% understand that the greatest investment they can make is in themselves. They know that their future is shaped by the person they become today. Finally, to really rise above, you've got to execute relentlessly and quietly. The 97% talk about what they're going to do, but the 3% are too busy doing it. They understand that actions speak louder than words. They don't need to boast, they don't need to tell everyone their plans. They just execute. They move in silence, letting their results speak for themselves. If you want to make a lasting impact, you've got to adopt this mentality. Stop seeking validation. Stop telling everyone what you're planning to do. Just do it. Work quietly, work consistently, and watch your success grow. Let your results make the noise, not your words. The path to wealth and success isn't complicated, but it's not easy either. It requires you to make some serious choices. It requires you to rise above the 97% by developing the right habits, thinking long-term, investing in yourself, and executing relentlessly. When you do this, you'll separate yourself from the crowd. You'll build wealth that lasts, success that endures, and a life that truly matters. So ask yourself, what's stopping you from rising above? What's holding you back from becoming the person you're meant to be? The answer lies in the choices you make today. Make them wisely because your future depends on them. Once you've made the commitment to execute relentlessly, it's important to understand that success doesn't come with immediate applause or recognition. The world often doesn't see the quiet work, the late nights, the early mornings, or the sacrifices made behind the scenes. But that's exactly how the 3% rise above the rest. They don't need validation to keep moving forward. They keep their eyes on the goal, not on the applause. Every decision you make today, no matter how small, is a step toward the future you're creating. And while the 97% may be caught up in the drama of instant gratification, you'll find that long-term success requires one thing: consistency. It's easy to be motivated when everything is going well, when you see quick results. But what separates the successful from the rest is the ability to keep pushing forward when things aren't so easy. When the results aren't coming as fast as you hoped, when it feels like you're putting in all this work and still not seeing the return, that's where relentless execution comes in. It's the willingness to keep going when everyone else would quit. It's doing the work even when you don't feel like it. It's showing up every day, regardless of how you feel. The 3% don't wait for motivation to strike. They create their own motivation by building momentum through consistent daily action. But it's not just about working harder than everyone else. It's about working smarter. Efficiency matters just as much as effort. The 97% might work hard, but they often work without a clear plan or purpose. They might be busy, but they're not always productive. The 3% know the difference. They understand that to be truly successful, you need to put your energy into the things that matter most, the things that bring you closer to your goals. That means learning to say no to distractions, learning to focus your attention on the tasks that will move the needle, and being strategic about where you invest your time. The best part, you don't have to have everything figured out from the start. You don't need a perfect plan to begin executing. The most important thing is to take action. Start where you are with what you have and adjust as you go. The 3% are constantly learning from their mistakes, refining their strategies, and getting better. But they don't wait until they have it all figured out. They start moving And the momentum they build through action is what eventually leads to success. As you continue on this path, remember this: building wealth and success is a journey, not a destination. It's a daily choice. It's about putting in the work, maintaining the right habits, and staying true to your long-term vision, even when it feels like no one is watching. When you choose to rise above, you'll find that your results will speak for themselves, often louder than any words or actions could. But here's the most important point: don't rush the process. Stay focused on the long-term game. The 97% want instant success, but the truth is, anything worth having takes time. You don't build a legacy in a day, and you don't build wealth by following the same path as everyone else. Wealth is built through a lifetime of disciplined decisions, long-term planning, and relentless execution. Every successful person you admire today has been through this journey. They didn't get there by accident. They didn't just wake up one day with everything they wanted. They made a decision to rise above the 97%, and they've been building their success ever since. So, what's stopping you from taking that first step? What's holding you back from executing relentlessly, from building the habits that will carry you to the life you dream of? The only thing standing between you and your goals is the action you're willing to take today. No one is coming to hand you success. You have to go out and create it yourself. The good news is that you already have everything you need to begin. All it takes is the decision to act. Once you commit to yourself and to your future, nothing can stop you. The results will come. And when they do, you'll look back and realize that everything you've done, every decision you've made was worth it. Success doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of small, consistent actions that build up over time. It's about being relentless in your pursuit of greatness. It's about choosing to rise above every single day. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for the conditions to be just right. Take action now. Keep pushing forward even when it's hard. And as you continue to execute relentlessly, you'll see the fruits of your labor begin to grow. The 3% are the ones who stick with it. They're the ones who understand that success isn't just about what you accomplish, it's about who you become along the way. Keep going, and soon you'll look around and realize that you've joined that exclusive group. The group that rises above, the group that builds wealth, that builds success, and that builds a legacy. And when you get there, remember that your journey doesn't end. Success is a continual process of growth, learning, and adapting. The challenge is never over, but the rewards, they're worth it. And every day, as you get closer to your dreams, you'll be reminded that the only thing standing between you and success was the decision to rise above the 97%. Keep going, keep executing, and keep striving. Your success is inevitable. As you continue to rise above, you'll encounter moments when the road seems long and the progress feels slow. And that's perfectly okay. It's in these moments of doubt, when everything seems uncertain, that the 3% truly distinguish themselves from the rest. They don't shy away from challenges, they face them head on. It's in the face of adversity that their true strength is revealed. And while others may crumble under pressure or give up when the going gets tough, those who are committed to success use those moments as fuel. It's important to remember that success is not about avoiding setbacks. It's about how you respond to them. The 97% let obstacles stop them. They see a challenge and immediately question if it's worth it. But you, as part of the 3%, see obstacles as opportunities. You understand that every difficulty is a lesson in disguise. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. The road to success is not linear, and it's not without bumps, but the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they handle the bumps. As you go on, you'll face moments where your faith in yourself is tested. You'll wonder if you're doing enough, if you're on the right path, if this whole thing is worth it. It's during these times that you need to dig deep and remind yourself why you started. You need to tap into that fire, that commitment you made to yourself when you decided you wouldn't live like the 97%. This is where the true test lies. When you hit a wall, you don't stop, you find a way over, under, or around it. When you're relentlessly executing your plan, it's not about making it through the day or simply surviving. It's about moving toward the person you want to become and the life you want to live. The 3% live with me. They wake up every day with a clear purpose and a burning desire to make progress. Even if that progress is small, it's still progress. Every step forward counts. You may not see huge changes every day, but little by little, the compound effect will work in your favor. It's easy to get discouraged when the world isn't cheering you on. The 3% know this better than anyone. They know that their success won't be immediately recognized. The world might not notice the long hours or the sacrifices you make today. But eventually, when the results start to show, you'll realize that all the effort, all the focus, all the relentless execution was worth it. The world won't be able to ignore the success that's been quietly building behind the scenes. And that's when you know that all the hard work has paid off. There's another thing you'll notice along this journey. As you rise above the 97%, you start attracting a different type of energy. You attract people who are also committed to success, who are willing to do the work, who share your mindset and your goals. You surround yourself with like-minded individuals who push you further and challenge you to become better. And together, you'll rise even higher. Success, when it's built with the right foundation and the right people, becomes even more rewarding. But even as you climb higher, remember to stay grounded. One of the mistakes that many people make when they start seeing success is they get caught up in the accolades, the attention, the reward. But for the 3%, success is not about seeking validation from others. It's about fulfilling your own potential and becoming the best version of yourself. The recognition is secondary to the internal satisfaction of knowing you've put in the work, that you've made the right choices, and that you've stayed true to your vision. When you commit to rising above the 97%, you're committing to a lifelong journey of growth. The process of success doesn't end when you reach a certain financial milestone or hit a specific goal. Success is about continuous improvement, learning, and adapting. It's about constantly pushing yourself to the next level, always striving to be better than you were yesterday. The 3% are lifelong learners, ever evolving, and never content with simply resting on their laurels. You must understand that this journey is not for the faint of heart. It's for those who are willing to do what most people won't. It's for those who are willing to push through the pain, the doubts, and the setbacks, knowing that on the other side lies a life they've only dreamed of. It's about embracing the discomfort and recognizing that growth happens outside of your comfort zone. The beauty of rising above is that it's not just about financial wealth or success in the traditional sense. It's about living a life of purpose. It's about waking up every day knowing that you're moving towards something greater than yourself. Your success has the power to impact not only your own life, but the lives of those around you. When you rise above the 97%, you set an example for others to follow. Your actions inspire others to take control of their own lives and pursue their dreams with the same relentless commitment you've shown. At the end of the day, this journey is about one thing: taking control of your future. The 97% will continue to live in the cycle of mediocrity, never realizing their full potential. but you have the power to break that cycle. You've made the decision to rise above, and now it's your time to shine. The world may not always understand your journey, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that you understand it. You know why you're doing what you're doing, and you're not going to stop until you get where you want to be. So keep moving forward, keep executing, keep learning, keep growing. The path you're on is the one that will lead to true success. You're not just building wealth or achieving goals. You're becoming the person you were always meant to be. And as you continue to rise, remember this: the only thing standing between you and your dreams is the decision to keep going. Keep executing relentlessly. Keep believing in yourself, because the life you've been dreaming about is waiting for you, and it's closer than you think. Keep moving. Your future is in your hands. As you move forward, there will be moments of doubt. You'll question if it's all worth it. There will be days when the obstacles seem insurmountable and the progress feels non-existent. But it's in those very moments that you need to dig deeper. It's easy to keep going when everything is going well, when the world is cheering you on, and when the rewards are visible. But the real test of character comes when no one is watching, when the results are not immediate, and when the road ahead feels The 3% understand this. They know that success doesn't come from feeling good every day. It comes from pushing through when it's hard. When the majority of people give up, the 3% double down. They remind themselves that the difficult moments are temporary, but the rewards of staying committed last forever. Remember, it's the consistency, the persistence, and the ability to keep going even when things don't go as planned that truly separates the successful from the unsuccessful. It's easy to say you want something. Everyone can talk about their dreams. But it's the ones who are willing to sacrifice, to stay focused, and to keep showing up day after day that actually achieve their goals. As you continue on this journey, make sure that you're always taking steps forward, even if they're small. Success is rarely a big leap. It's a steady march toward a goal. The 3% know that every day, every small victory is a step toward building something extraordinary. They don't wait for everything to align perfectly. They create their own alignment through action. And here's something else to consider. As you execute, as you keep moving forward, you'll start to notice that opportunities begin to present themselves. The more committed you are to your goals, the more doors will open for you. But these opportunities won't always come in the form you expect. They might not look glamorous or exciting at first. But remember, the 3% know that success doesn't always come wrapped up in a bow. It often comes in the form of challenges, discomfort, or people who challenge you to become better. The key is to be prepared to recognize those opportunities and take them. Opportunity doesn't wait. If you're not ready to act when it arrives, it will pass you by. This is why relentless execution is so important. When you're working consistently toward your goals, when you're building the right habits and mindset, you're ready to seize the moment when it presents itself. Success isn't about waiting for the perfect time. It's about being ready to act when the time comes. And as you continue to grow, as you continue to rise, don't forget the importance of giving back. True success isn't just about what you achieve for yourself. It's about the impact you have on others. The 3% understand that their success is not just for their own benefit. It's to lift up others as well. They know that when they rise, they have the responsibility to help others rise with them. This is where the real legacy is built. In the way you inspire others, in the way you give back, in the way you encourage others to pursue their own dreams and reach their full potential. Your success becomes a beacon of possibility for those around you. You become the example they need to see, the proof that it's possible to rise above, to break free from the cycle of mediocrity, and to live a life of true success. So as you continue to execute relentlessly, to learn, to grow, and to invest in yourself, always remember why you're doing it. Your journey isn't just about wealth. It's about becoming the person you were meant to be. It's about living a life that reflects your highest potential. It's about showing the world that it's possible to rise above, to achieve the impossible, and to live a life of purpose, passion, and fulfillment. Keep your focus on the long term and don't get discouraged by the small setbacks. Keep building the habits that will carry you forward. Keep investing in yourself and execute with precision and purpose. When the doubts arise, remind yourself of the decision you made to rise above the 97%. You made a commitment to success, and now it's time to honor that commitment every single day. You are capable of more than you realize. You have the strength, the resilience, and the mindset to achieve your goals and build the life you've always dreamed of. The road ahead might not always be easy, but it will be worth it. Keep going, keep pushing, because you are on the path to success, and nothing can stop you if you don't stop yourself. Remember, success isn't given, it's earned. It's built day by day, choice by choice, action by action. And you are more than capable of earning it. Keep moving forward, keep rising above. Your future is waiting, and it's going to be incredible. Continue on this path. There will be moments when you'll feel like you're not making progress fast enough. You'll see others around you achieving their goals and wonder if you're falling behind. It's important to understand that these feelings are normal, but they don't define your journey. In fact, they can be your greatest teachers if you allow them to be. The key here is to stay focused on your own progress. Measure your success by the person you're becoming, not by how fast others seem to be moving. The 3% aren't in competition with anyone but themselves. They don't compare their journey to someone else's because they understand that everyone's path is different. What matters is that you are making progress, no matter how small it might seem. One of the biggest traps the 97% fall into is comparing their success to others. They look at someone who seems to be doing better or achieving more and think that they're falling short. But here's the truth. Comparison is the thief of joy. It will only distract you from your own goals and lead you down a path of self-doubt. The 3% stay focused on their own lane. They keep their eyes on the prize, and they understand that their journey is unique. They celebrate their progress, no matter how small, and they keep moving forward. They know that everyone's success is built differently, and that's okay. Your success isn't dependent on what others are doing. It's about the effort you're putting in and the results that come from your consistent actions. And let's not forget the importance of mindset. The 97% often believe that success is something that happens by chance, that it's reserved for those with some special talent or secret. But the 3% know that success is a choice. It's a decision you make every day to take responsibility for your actions and to keep working toward your goals, no matter how challenging it gets. They know that success comes from persistence, from learning, and from a mindset that refuses to quit. This mindset is the foundation of everything you do. When you believe in yourself and in your ability to achieve great things, you'll see opportunities everywhere. You'll be more willing to take risks, to step outside your comfort zone, and to keep going when the going gets tough. You'll stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating it for yourself. You'll take ownership of your future, and that's when the magic happens. You'll also begin to realize that true success is about creating a life that aligns with your values and purpose. It's about having the freedom to do what you love and to live life on your own terms. The 3% don't chase after money for the sake of money. They chase after their purpose. They understand that wealth is a byproduct of doing what you're passionate about and providing value to others. The 97% often chase money thinking that it's the key to happiness. But the 3% know that money doesn't buy fulfillment. What brings true happiness is living a life that's meaningful, that's aligned with your purpose. When you do what you love, when you add value to the world, money follows naturally. It's the result of being dedicated to something bigger than yourself. And as you rise above, remember to never lose sight of the bigger picture. Yes, your individual success is important, but so is the impact you have on those around you. The most successful people in the world understand that their success is not just for them, it's for the people they can help, the communities they can build, and the legacy they can leave behind. Right. When you rise, you lift others with you, and that's the true power of success. This is why it's so important to keep moving forward, even when things get tough. The obstacles, the doubts, the fears, they're all part of the journey. They don't define you. How you respond to them does. The 3% don't let challenges stop them. They let challenges shape them into better, stronger, more resilient individuals. They embrace adversity because they know it's preparing them for the greatness that's waiting on the other side. So keep your focus sharp, keep your determination strong, trust the process, and remember that success is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about showing up every day and putting in the work, even when you don't feel like it. The 3% don't wait for motivation to come to them. They create their own motivation by continuing to take action, no matter how they feel. In the end, success is about one simple thing: becoming the best version of yourself. It's about pushing yourself to achieve things you never thought possible. It's about consistently making choices that align with your goals and your purpose. It's about executing relentlessly and making a commitment to yourself that no matter what, you will keep going. You have the power to create the life you always dreamed of. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the decision to keep going, to keep pushing, and to never ever give up. Every choice you make today brings you closer to the life you want to live. And when you rise above the 97%, you're not just changing your life, you're changing the world. So take that next step, keep executing, keep moving forward, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself. Because success is inevitable for those who are willing to work for it, to embrace the journey, and to rise above. You have everything you need to succeed. All you have to do is keep going. As you move forward, one of the most crucial things to remember is that success is not just about what you do. It's about who you become in the process. The journey will shape you. It will test your patience, your perseverance, your beliefs, and your character. Every obstacle, every setback, every moment of doubt is a chance for you to grow, to become stronger, and to develop the mental fortitude that will carry you through to the other side. When you're pursuing something meaningful, something that truly excites you, the road won't always be smooth. There will be times when you'll feel like you're not making progress at all, when the results don't seem to match your efforts. But in these moments, remember that growth isn't always visible. Sometimes growth happens in the quiet moments when you're facing adversity and choosing to keep going. The 3% know that the journey is just as important, if not more so, than the destination. Every experience you go through is preparing you for the success that's waiting for you. And it's the lessons you learn along the way that will stay with you forever. These lessons will become the foundation upon which your success is built. They will guide you through future challenges and give you the resilience to handle anything that comes your way. So, when you feel like you've reached a breaking point, don't give up. The hardest moments are often the ones right before the breakthrough. The 3% understand that success is built on overcoming the hard times. It's about pushing through the discomfort, the fear, and the uncertainty to come out stronger on the other side. The tough times are the crucible in which your success is forged. What's most important is that you keep moving forward, no matter what. One of the key traits of the 3% is their ability to stay consistent, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Consistency, above all else, is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. It's not about making big leaps all the time. It's about taking small, consistent steps every single day. These small steps, when done consistently, compound over time into massive results. You'll also notice that as you continue to rise above, the people around you will change. Not everyone is going to understand your journey. Some will doubt you, some will criticize you, and some will try to pull you back into the comfort of mediocrity. But don't let that distract you. The 3% understand that their path is not for everyone. They know that their success is a reflection of their own choices and actions, not the opinions of others. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who support you, and who push you to be better. The right people will help you stay focused, remind you of your purpose, and challenge you to grow. But remember, ultimately, your success is in your hands. You are the one who controls your destiny. And while others may have their opinions, you have the power to shape your future. This is why the 3% understand the importance of eliminating distractions. They don't waste time on things that don't contribute to their success. They understand that every distraction pulls them away from their purpose. They learn to say no to the things that don't align with their goals, and they focus their energy on what matters most. This is your time to rise above, to take control of your future, and to make the decision that your success will not be defined by anyone else but you. The 97% will continue to live in the comfort of mediocrity, but you're not part of that group. You've decided to go above and beyond, to push through the tough times, and to execute relentlessly. You are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. The only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. So keep pushing forward, keep taking action, and keep believing in the process. Success is not about how fast you get there. It's about staying the course and never giving up. Your future is in your hands. The choice is yours. Keep going, keep rising, and keep building the life you've always dreamed of. The world is waiting for what you have to offer, and the 3% who rise above will be the ones who leave a lasting legacy. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the decision to keep moving. Your success is inevitable as long as you stay relentless and true to your purpose. It's time to rise above.